Hi everybody, it's Mr. Baker the Music Maker again, and I've got an instrument book for you today. Do you know there are 4 different families of instruments? 4 different kinds of instruments you can play. One is the stringy family, one is the pounding family, one is the whistling family, and the other is the buzzing family. That means you have to do something special with your lips, like this. Silly, right? So, I've got a book called Tweet, Oompa, Bumpety-Boom. And this has all sorts of instruments in it. Maybe you would like to play one. Let's see if you can listen to the instruments and then guess what it is before I show it to you. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Tweet, Oompa, Bumpety-Boom by John Lithgow. What makes that strumming sound? It's a guitar. The guitar is part of the string family. A player plucks the strings with fingers to make the sound. A guitar has a long neck with pegs at the end, and its body has a curvy shape like the number 8. I'll bet you knew that was a guitar, right? Let's try the next one. What makes this zinging sound? It's a violin. The violin is part of the string family too. It looks like a guitar, but it's much smaller. A violin has 4 wire strings, and it's played with a bow made of horsehair. The violin makes the highest sounds of all the stringy instruments. All right. Now, what do you think makes this low rolling sound? It's called a cello. The cello looks like a violin, but it's bigger. It's played with a bow too, and the cello stands on the floor. But big and tall. Its sounds are long and deep and low. All right, you can hear how that sounded lower than the violin, right? All right, what makes this trilling sound? Listen. It's a flute. A flute is a whistling instrument, a woodwind. It makes a sound when a player blows air into it. The flute is made of shiny metal, and it has a long, skinny body with keys that move. What do you think makes this humming sound? It's a clarinet, like Squidward plays. A clarinet is a whistling woodwind too. It has a special reed made of wood, and a player blows air over the reed. That makes the sounds. The clarinet has keys like the flute, and its round bottom is called the bell. What do you think makes this vrooming sound? It's called a bassoon. The big bassoon is made of wood, and its curvy metal tube is called the crook. Right there. A player blows air through the reeds, and this makes the lowest of all the whistling sounds. It doesn't even sound like whistling, it's so low, but it really is. All right, what makes this singing sound? It's a saxophone. A saxophone curves at the top and at the bottom. It looks kind of like a letter S. The saxophone has a reed, just like the clarinet, and it has keys just like the flute. Its gleaming body is made of brass. All right, time for something different. What makes this root-toot-tooting sound? That's a trumpet. That's the trumpet. A trumpet is part of the buzzing family. The trumpet's mouthpiece looks like a little cup. And it has 3 valves on top that look like small knobs. A player presses the valves to make different sounds. What makes this boom, boom, booming sound? That's a tuba. The tuba is the biggest buzzing instrument of all. It plays the lowest notes. It sure does sound low. A tuba player in a marching band carries it around their shoulders and their waist. Sounds come out of its huge bell. Now, what makes this rat-a-tat-tatting sound? Yes, it's a drum, but it's a special kind of drum. It's a snare drum. The snare drum is part of the pounding family, the percussion. The instruments help keep the beat, the steady beat, remember? A drummer uses drumsticks to strike the top of the drum, and that part of the drum is called the drum head, that top part. What makes this tink, tink, tinking sound? That's a xylophone. The xylophone is part of the pounding percussion family too. It's made of wooden bars, and a player uses beaters, that's what these sticks are called, to strike the bars. That makes the music that sounds like bells. Kind of sounds like a little bell. Ding, 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 ding. So what makes this ping, pinging sound? I bet you know that. It's a piano, of course. The piano is a keyboard instrument that's kind of part of the pounding family. It has 88 keys made of ivory, and the keys are attached to strings inside the piano, so it's also part stringy. When a key is pushed, a little hammer hits the string, and that makes both high and low sounds. All right, I left the craziest one to last. What makes all of these sounds? It's just one instrument making those sounds. It's an electric synthesizer. That's an electric keyboard. It's an electronic instrument, so it's not really part of any of the families. It kind of looks like a small piano, but it's really just a computer in there. That helps the synthesizer make a lot of different sounds. It can sound like a drum or a trumpet or a flute or even a tuba, whatever you program into it. And that's the end. Which instrument do you think you'd like to play? I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.